Definitely lovely morning to you out there. And of course, welcome to Sports Spectra on Pensioners 106.7 FM. Agbari Goni again in the city of Ibadan. I remain Raymond to look by the sports illuminator. And of course, this morning I'm going to start from the NBA. Yeah, LA Lakers have sealed their place in the playoff for the first time since 2018. In the battle of the MVPs yesterday, Los Angeles Lakers defeated the Milwaukee Bucks 113 points, 103 points. The other LeBron James having 13 points, 37 points. And of course, Giannis Antetokounmpo also having 32 points. Not only battle of MVP yesterday night, early hours of this morning, definitely going by the time frame. It was Milwaukee Bucks 1-0-3 losing at home to Los Angeles Lakers 1-1-3. And of course, in other games, Atlanta Hawks also lost at home to Washington Wizards 112 to 118 points. San Antonio Spurs losing at home as well to Brooklyn Nets 130 points to 139 points. Oklahoma City Thunder defeating New York Knicks 126 points to 103 points. Utah Jazz also beating Boston Celtics 99 points to 94 points. Indiana Pacers 108 points better than Chicago Bulls 102 points. And of course, Orlando Magic beating Minnesota Timberwolves 132 points to 118 points. And we also had Miami Heat losing at home to New Orleans Pelicans 104 points to 110 points. Dallas Mavericks defeated Memphis Grizzlies 131 points to 96 points. While the last game of the day saw Phoenix Suns beating Portland Trail Blazers 127 points, and of course to 117 points. And like I said, LA Lakers for the Western Conference became the third team to book a place in the NBA playoff. Don't forget the top 8 always qualify for the playoff after the regular season. In the Eastern Conference, Milwaukee Bucks is still leading, followed by Toronto Raptors, who have also booked their place in the playoff. The likes of Boston Celtics, Miami Heat, Indiana Pacers, Philadelphia 76ers, Brooklyn Nets and Orlando Magic complete the top 8. While the Western Conference, LA Lakers yesterday, the record of winning 48 and losing 13, book the plays. The likes of LA Lakers never no get. Utah Jazz, Houston Rockets, Oklahoma City Thunder, Dallas Mavericks, and of course Memphis Grizzlies complete the top 8. All this needs to be played definitely. And of course, as it unfolds, you can always trust us, yeah? We'll give you details of that. It's the NBA. And of course, from the NBA, I move away from the NBA quickly to other sports this morning. I'm going to move to Formula 1 immediately, where motorsport governing body, the FIA, has set up a crisis cell to monitor the implication of the coronavirus. On Friday, a race of the all-electric Formula E championship schedule for Raymond 4th April became the latest sporting casualty of the outbreak. Formula 1 has so far postponed the only Chinese Grand Prix for its original 19th April. Formula 1 has postponed the Chinese Grand Prix definitely, which was slated for 19th of April, but question still remains over the Vietnam Grand Prix on 5th of April. And of course for the Bahrain Grand Prix as well, tickets that's supposed to be sold out have been limited because of coronavirus. Meanwhile, the crisis cell plans to meet every 2 days to discuss any changes. Vietnam has imposed a 14-day quarantine period on any travelers from Italy who enter the country, a policy which will lead to cancellation of the Grand Prix if it remains in place. Coronavirus everywhere, definitely. Seems like really affecting the game of sports. There's so many sporting activities have been cancelled and postponed. But that's from the FIA, from Formula 1 this morning. And of course, still on that days, let me give you this as well. When Ricardo has said that The Australian Grand Prix will be happy to go on if only all 10 constructor team and of course 20 drivers are available. Australia has made a law that Italian team Ferrari and of course AlphaTauri with the Italian management might not be granted the opportunity to enter Australia, and thereby putting Ferrari's participation on the Melbourne Grand Prix in doubt. And the same for AlphaTauri. And then we kind of saying this morning that you will only be happy if everything can participate, but then there needs to be safety because of coronavirus. Moving straight to golf this morning, Tiger Woods will miss next week's Players Championship at Sawgrass because of back injury. Tiger Woods, who has not played in the Genesis Open 3 weeks ago, where he came 68 and missed 6 weeks, and missed this week at a Palmer Invitation, citing back stiffness. The Master, which will begin on April 9, where Woods 44 will hope to defend the title he won for a 5th time in 2019, but seems like he's going to miss the championship because of a back injury. And according to Tiger Woods, who tweeted, I have to listen to my body and properly rest when needed. My back is simply just not ready to play next week. The American has twice won the Players Championship, which is often referred to an unofficial 5th major. Tiger Woods out because of injury, back injury, will be playing at Sawgrass. Okay, moving straight to rugby again. Trying to cover up as many as possible. Still coming back to Nigeria, definitely. Where Scotland Women's Six Nations match against France has been postponed after a Scottish player tested positive for coronavirus. COVID-19 everywhere. Scotland returned from Northern Italy on February 23, so the 6-match nation was postponed following an outbreak in the region. But this morning, the Scotland Rugby Union can confirm that one member of the squad has been admitted to an healthcare facility after testing positive for the virus. The decision has been taken together with Scottish Rugby, the French Rugby Federation, and Six Nations, read a Scottish Rugby statement. The Scotland women rugby player tested positive for coronavirus, and definitely the match between Scotland and France for the Six Nations match, talking rugby now, has been postponed indefinitely. The Six Nations CEO has been in constant contact with Scottish Rugby as in full support of this decision. The Scottish government also has been briefed. Let's go straight to football now. On the phone, definitely. We got this news all the way from Arsenal. I'm saying Dangote have to pay $2 billion, £2 billion rather, if he's going to take over Arsenal. Back in January, definitely he reiterated his intentions, saying that it's a team that yes, I would like to buy someday. But then $2 billion, £2 billion rather, forgive me for that. For Dangote to take over Arsenal. A lot of people have been saying they want to take over a Nigerian team, an MPFL team. Why Arsenal? But everybody seems to have their own priority. And of course, ahead of the 2020 FIFA Under-17 Women World Cup second qualifying game against Guinea on Saturday, which is today, Flamingos Joe Chikuma, Chidimo Gucci, and of course Deborah Abiodun have said they are not under any pressure on the target qualification for the major tournament. The Flamingos left for Nigeria for Conakry on Thursday, and the team led by Bankole Olorokere are confident they can go on to win away from home. Chidima, who could make her international debut, is looking forward to the much anticipated game with the victory only the team on her mind. I'm not under any form of pressure because I'm ready and set to give my best in the game against Guinea. The Robo FC defender said, for me and the team, Nigeria should be expecting anything, nothing but victory from us. Nigeria will play against Guinea in the 17th FIFA World Cup qualifiers today, right there in Conakry. So quickly I switch back to Europe. Let me give you News are coming from football right here in Europe. Where I'm bringing this from Lionel Messi, a story from Lionel Messi this morning. Say former Argentine goalkeeper Hugo Gatti has claimed that Barcelona's Lionel Messi is no longer phenomenal. The two-time Copa Libertadores winner with Boca Juniors said the 32-year-old Messi works more on the pitch now. And don't forget, despite this suggestion, Messi has so far scored 23 goals in 30 games for Barcelona this season, and of course assisting, and of course claiming 16 assists. And according to Gatti this morning, I don't care if they criticize him. I don't care if they criticize me in Argentina. He said, I'm very Argentine, Messi is a phenomenon, but he's not a phenomenon now. They treat him wrong because they big him up and treat him wrong. He gets used to it and works more on the pitch. He has to be better. Messi has to be better, according to former Argentine goalkeeper Hugo Gatti, saying he's no more phenomenal, at least for now. Okay, in Italy now, where Inter President Steven Zan says the decision to play games behind closed door is the right move for public safety, and the financial losses incurred by the closures are not important. Zan has been critical of the Lega Serie A constant flip-flopping in regards to fixtures, and so went as far as to call the president of the league, Paolo Del Pino, a clone. And while giving an interview, he talked about coronavirus and said obviously everything is taking the extra measure as a company, as a sport organization that has a great responsibility to the society. We must make sure that everyone understands our safety and public health are the most critical and important thing. Inter President Steven Zan saying playing the game behind closed doors is the best in Italy because lives are definitely very, very important. I'll be on the fast speed this morning. Of course, games were played yesterday. In Spain, Deportivo Alaves played against a 100 against Valencia. While in Germany, it was FC Paderborn losing 1-2 at home to FC Cologne. In French Ligue 1, Marseille 2, Amiens 2. While the game between PSG today has been postponed because of coronavirus. 8:14 on my watch. Too many stories. But then, BYE will be the next thing because the next program was come upon. But today on Sport Drill, 12 noon, we do a countdown to the National Sports Festival that will begin on March 22nd, 2020 in Edo. And so, we're having a 2 weeks countdown talking about the National Sports Festival and of course what we expect from your state athletes at the games. And today will be the first episode. So I urge you to tune in by 12 noon and we discuss the history of Oyo State at the National Sports Festival and of course performances by 12 noon. WD is always telling me, he's always showing me the time. Definitely have to go. Of course by 12 noon also, I'll give you all the updates in and outside Nigeria. Many thanks to my producer Babatunde Tiamiyo. And of course my DC on duty, Billy Chris Shola Taiwo. Of course up next is Abayego, Akuko Abayego. I remain the sports illuminator Raymond Ololokwe. Keep listening to Personal 106.7 FM and have a lovely, lovely weekend.